What up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Please like and subscribe. I had to hop on because Mike Budenholzer was fired. I mean, we kind of expected it, but I'm not gonna delight in anybody's losing of their job, right? We can't be happy about that. We did see it coming, but we cannot be happy about it because he'll find another job. He will. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to cover this because number one, surprisingly, no negative Russell Westbrook news today. I guess people are warming up for tomorrow, but Kevin Durant is a part of this equation, and he used to be on the Oklahoma City Thunder, so I had to cover it. Anyway, Mike is, I believe, the fourth coach that was fired this year. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I had my notes up. So he's the fourth coach that got fired this year, and I believe the others were Mike Brown, who was fired by the Sacramento Kings on December 27th, despite being named coach of the year in the 2022-23 season. Taylor Jenkins for the Memphis Grizzlies. He was let go on the 28th of March after 6 seasons with the Grizzlies. Mike Malone, who I've done a couple of videos on before, he was also let go just a few days ago. It was 5 or 6 days ago, after winning an NBA championship with the Nuggets. And now Mike Budenholzer. Now he was also let go from the Bucks after winning an NBA championship with them too, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the situation here in Phoenix. And I wanna say that I'm seeing a trend. All right, I'm seeing a trend where the younger coaches, no offense to Mike Malone or Mike Budenholzer and some of these other coaches, but it seems like the younger coaches are on the up and up. All right, so before I move on, I want to let you guys see our coloring book. Please purchase our coloring book. It's Passport to Play. It's for the kids. It's for the kids. If you're traveling this summer and you want them to learn sports and learn a little bit of languages and customs for 12 different sports and 12 different countries across the world, get them that book. Anyway, I'm seeing a trend for the younger coaches. You see how I connected younger kids with younger coaches. I meant to do it. Anyway, the younger coaches are thriving. I believe we all owe an apology to JJ Redick. I was one of the people, I'm not gonna lie, that was like, yo, JJ is a little bit unqualified for this. But no one can dispute, despite the feelings that you have about the Lakers, no one can dispute the fact that they're in the playoffs, and I think they won about 50 games, and Mike is not, or they didn't even make the play-in. In fact, I hope it's fake, but I hope it's also real, of Kevin Durant and Devin Booker out enjoying vacation on a boat. Anyway, some of the younger coaches that have been successful are Ime, Will Hardy for the Jazz, Dennis Allen, and Darvin Ham. And I'm gonna throw JJ in it, but this is not to say that older coaches aren't still, they don't still got it. Everybody know Greg Popovich. I mean, he's never gonna leave, and he's like 900 years old. Eric Spoelstra, he's not 900, but he's 875 years old. And I'm just playing, but still. But let's talk about some candidates. So who do you think is going to replace Mike? could be, Doc Rivers is a good one. A Nick Nurse. Maybe a Frank Vogel. I don't know. It's really up to what they want to do next. I think they're gonna start from scratch. They're gonna try to get or trade Kevin Durant for pieces. They're gonna have to sit Bradley Beal in a dark room and try to make him give up his no trade clause. He's not. If I was him, I wouldn't do it. But like, if they could really like persuade him to do it, let him get rid of his no trade clause, and also, maybe Devin Booker is not going to be here. He was hinting at some stuff, hinting like he might not be playing in Phoenix anymore. In some recent quote I saw from the media, and maybe this is why, like, he knew that Bud was going to be let go. Let's read an actual article from ESPN explaining the whole thing. So shout out to Shams. All right. He wrote an article about 3 hours ago. So let's cover that. So according to Shams, after missing the NBA playoffs and the play-in tournament with the largest payroll in league history, the Phoenix Suns have fired Mike Bud, the team announced. Competing at the highest level remains our goal. We failed to meet the expectations this season. Our fans deserve better. Change is needed, the team said in a statement. That is true. I just hope that they're not putting this all on Mike. I wouldn't. Maybe some of you would. You let me know in the comments, is this all his fault or not? But for the third consecutive season, they're changing coaches, right? They said he had issues connecting with the locker room this season, with officials concluding that the roster failed to respond to the 2021 NBA championship coach. Sources says, but inability to coexist with his players centered around the franchise cornerstone Devin Booker, and went down the rosters, those sources say. I don't know. I don't keep up with the Suns drama. I see them how they play on the court. The drama, if Devin Booker and Bud was having problems, you can let me know in the comments. I've been watching Kevin Durant, obviously, because he played with Oklahoma City. So I've been watching that relationship, and everybody's trying to read whether or not they like each other or not. I just conclude that this is the reason why they really wanted Jimmy Butler on this squad, is because they needed some leadership on that team. And not to say that it's not Bud. I think Bud is a leader. I think they needed a leader for Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, but that's another story for another time. The article goes on, the Suns will now hold a wide range coaching search. Right? Budenholzer accepted the Suns' job on a 5-year, $50 million contract last offseason, hired for his winning pedigree and schemes on both sides of the court. Maybe he just don't have players that want to play both sides of the court. Maybe he don't have the personnel for it. Anyway, after winning 49 games, earning the 6th seed, being the number 13 defensive team under Frank Vogel in 2023 and 2024, the Suns ranked the 3rd worst team in NBA defensive efficiency this season, including the 2nd worst since All-Star break, according to ESPN research. So all in all, they weren't doing well, and they let them go. We don't need to go through the rest of the article, but what we do need to do is officially start the Kevin Durant watch. We're gonna watch where Kevin Durant ends up. Hopefully, please don't let him end up in Oklahoma City. People keep saying that Kevin Durant to Oklahoma City would be a good storyline, and I'm here to tell you, absolutely not. Oh no, heck no. We don't need Kevin Durant here. We don't want Kevin Durant here. I'm speaking for myself, by the way, because there might be some other Oklahoma City fans that might be like, oh, hell yeah. But I for sure am not co-signing that. I would rather him go somewhere else, as my bestie says. My doggy door goes one way. If you go out the door, you gotta stay out. I'm not like, we're not reversing course. And the way he left Oklahoma City, there's no way. I know people say you need to forgive. Maybe I need more therapy on that. Maybe I need I'm just not. So no to Kevin Durant coming back to Oklahoma City. We do not want him there. Trade him anywhere else. We're good with our team. We're good with our up and coming team, the growth, etc. Not for that contract. So let me just speak directly to my homie Sam Presti. Sam, let me tell you something. Don't you dare give him any of our draft picks. Don't you dare give the Suns any of our draft picks, Oklahoma City. Do not trade for Kevin Durant. Don't you dare give them any single one of our draft picks. We're good as is. Let's move on. Let's let Kevin Durant finish his story somewhere else, not Oklahoma City. All right, guys, until next time, I will peaceably see you tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Peace.